Guys, welcome back. Oh man, we need to have a chat. It's been, oh my god, the light is coming in so beautifully to my bedroom. I know I'm off schedule. No one said a word. No one said a word. You guys have all been so respectful, but I am being hard on myself because it's just been I don't know how some people like can upend their lives and like move and just carry on like usual. Like even when like people don't get enough sleep, like Ted can get like 4 hours of sleep and he might need like an extra coffee, but he'll be nonetheless unchanged. I am non-functioning. If I have to travel, if I moved, if I haven't gotten enough sleep, my world crumbles. I try to say goodbye. Okay, so I'm starting to feel better. And we're finally done with our ex-landlords. And the house is finally pretty much settled. For the absolute most part. So I'm ready to like kind of like dip my toe back into real life. You know, like I haven't been to the studio. I'm dying to make more ceramics. I've got all these ideas just floating in here. So I'm going back this week and you'll be seeing some more stuff from me soon. I miss it so much. But like, I don't know, I just had this feeling that like I couldn't leave. Things were unfinished. I couldn't leave my house and I haven't much. But it's really helped me in feeling more settled and at home here. So it's not all bad. But okay, as you can see, the curtain on the closet is up. I was feeling like this bedroom was like too big. You know what I mean? Like the ceilings are really high here and it feels like nice and luxurious in other rooms. But in the bedroom, it was feeling like I was sleeping in a like big vacant cave. And I like my bedroom to feel a little bit more cozy. So I put curtains up on the windows, which helped a lot, especially like closing them at night makes me feel like tucked in. I hung up this picture above the bed and we got the curtains on the closet. I think they look good, and like sometimes I leave them open, but sometimes I close them, and it's just like, I'll give you a little pan around. It's starting to feel just like a cozy room, you know? And then, you know, last step will be like rug here, and then that'll be like perfect. And I want to put some like, we need to get our wedding photos framed, and so I think like a little kind of wedding gallery wall there would be cute and sweet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, oh, I'll show you, we did hang some stuff in the hallway. We're waiting on a runner for the hallway, and we hung up some other pictures. Office is still looking the same because this is gonna be like a bigger project that we do slower. But oh my god, did you guys see on Instagram, we saw this chair, or I found this chair on Facebook Marketplace, and I needed a desk chair and I loved it, and this guy was selling it for $120, a steal for a good desk chair, and look how cute it is. Oh my god, the sun is like making it impossible. Anyway, they sold it right from under my nose. I was literally messaged the guy and was like, I need it, and then it was sold right in front of my face. So we were like pretty butthurt about that. Oh my god, he took the... Ted, you messed with the chair settings. Anyway. Oh my god, it's bright. So I was butthurt about that, and we were like still thinking about it. You know, sometimes like something sells and you're like, you stop thinking about it. This was one of those things where it was like days later, we were like, I can't goddamn believe it. Anyway, all of a sudden it comes back up. Same price. Different guy. But the pictures are the same. So I'm like, well, well, well. So we message him. Turns out it's the guy who bought it. It didn't fit in his home. He's reselling it, same price. We snagged it. It's ours. It was meant to be ours the whole time. Let that be a lesson. The rest is looking good. We got the other curtains up. Hello, there's husband. Someone's sawing metal or something. Oh my god, you guys, look at this. Did you see this on my Instagram? We got this isn't supposed to be here. We got, oh, sorry. This is, I'll tell you about in a second. We found this console table on Marketplace. Guess how much? Looking at this antique solid wood, hand carved. It's huge. We got it for, what did we get it for? $180. Oh, what a steal. So it looks so good in here. And then we've got curtains. I got these curtains from Amazon and I was like gonna recommend them to you guys, but they are like all different lengths. Like even the same panel at times is a different length. So I'll link them if you still want, because they're cheap. And it's hard to find good cheap curtains. And apparently maybe impossible. But anyway, they look fine. And like, you know, the material and the color is good. But we got curtains here, so now we can close that. Got curtains here, so now we can close that. And then we got this pull down shade for the front door. And it's cordless, which is amazing. And then you just push it up. Oh, we love to see it. And I got another one for this window here. So I need to install that. That's what this is about. This is also from Amazon. You guys, what is the deal with window treatments? They're so expensive. So these were like one of the only ones I could find that were non-custom and that were like decent. Like it has like a kind of a linen look. It's not really linen, but yeah. So I need to install that here. And then we'll be fully curtained up. But look, we're looking pretty good. Got living room. We still haven't gotten our rug yet. We've hung some things up. We still haven't done this situation yet, but that's going to be a big project. So we're just putting that off for now. But yeah, everything's looking good. Bathroom's fully done. Have I showed you? I've got like my bidet, my squatty potty, and everything. We've got this from Wayfair. And just yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? This was like the final frontier. We had shelves put up. So now we can organize all of our things. The rest is out there in the shed, which Ted built. We still have to put the doors on it, but he's been very busy. But that's the situation, and maybe's been loving sleeping in there. So I think, you know, no rush to put the doors on. We get it. She needs a little smaller house outside of her house. I don't know. They absolutely love it here. Like, absolutely. Just have not seen them so happy and obsessed with the front yard. They were like a little bit weirded out by grass at first, and now they're like obsessed. Wizard like rolls around in it. He plays with his toys in it. Like, they just love it. And we love it too. The temperature in this house, it is like, he's running across the lawn. The temperature in this house is unreal. I have not been hot. I have been cold. Okay, and we're having another heat wave. Not as bad as the last one, but it's in the 90s. You go outside and you're like, fuck, it's so hot out. But I wouldn't know when I'm inside because it's so nice. We'll run the air for like an hour, if that. And then we get so cold that we turn it off and it just stays cool. It has been like coming from an old house, a rickety creakety. I know I keep talking about the insulation, but like it's kind of blown my mind. It's truly blown my mind. The way it just keeps the temperature. I don't think it's been in the 90s here, and I don't think inside the house it's been over 73. Not once. So we're finally done with our old landlords. We're finally done. They've been dragging this out and making our life hell. You are not going to believe this, or maybe you will. They tried to keep more than half of our deposit, saying we broke all of these things. One of the things they charge us for, the landscaping. They said that we killed a bunch of their plants. Me, the one who literally cared for them and like gardened and did all the shit, was like, I had like a whole system, like when we'd go out of town, on like how you'd water everything and whatever. I'm like, not to mention it has irrigation. We had lived through record-breaking heat waves, record-breaking rainfall. I'm like, sorry. Not to mention we had had a gardener that came every 2 weeks. So I'm like, we're not paying for you to re-landscape your fucking house, you psychos. They also charged us, mind you, look at the floors. These are what the floors looked like. I took this video the day we moved in. So the floors always looked like this. They haven't been refinished. They wanted to charge us for these 2 black marks in the dining room. They did charge us for them. They replaced the floorboards in there and charged us for that. I was like, you're absolutely kidding me. I don't know what their fucking problem is. It was like, when we decided to move out, they just got like hostile. They like got like obsessed with like wanting to make it seem like we took bad care of their home. They said we broke the air conditioner, we never replaced the filters, which is not true, and we left the extra filters in their garage. Like, it's just like, I don't understand. It was like every time they'd come over, they'd always be like, the house looks so good, you guys do such a good job. Like, even when we wanted to leave, they like tried to make us stay. Not make us stay, but they tried to get us to stay. They were like, you're really good tenants. It was just like this switch flipped, and all of a sudden we were like slobs. They put this whole PDF together, how dirty we left the place, even though like I cleaned it, and took pictures. But they took like macro lens pictures on like windowsills and around like light switches to show that like obviously there was dust and stuff. It's like, I'm not gonna like give a professional deep clean to the house. It was turned over to us in like a regular clean state, and we gave it back to them in a regular clean state. They pulled out the stove and had pictures like behind the stove to show it was dirty. One of the pictures showed that like I forgot to empty the dryer lint trap. Sue me. They took a picture of that. They took a picture of a literal cobweb in the corner. I was like, anyone who lived in an old house knows that like cobwebs show up overnight. I was constantly vacuuming up the cobwebs in the corners. I'm just like, please. Anyway, so we put together our own PDF and fought them on it, and we did get some money back for the we got all of the money back for the landscaping and the floors. And so now we were able to keep more than half of our deposit. But I'm just like, these people are ridiculous and they're losers. And I'm just like, I was really having a hard time with it because I was like, I want to fight them. I want to take them to court. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I mostly just want to be done with them. Like, it's like, I'm going to take them to court for what, $1,500? It's just like, I don't know. It's like, that's so much money, but I don't know that it's worth the stress and time that it would take. And like the resources it would require. I'm just like, I would just rather be done with them and like forever. They're losers. And I'm just glad that like we had the last word. We got to be like, you're ridiculous for thinking you can charge us for this. Because what's crazy is the marks that they claimed we made in the dining room. The benefit of being a content creator is I've unknowingly at times captured everything, every little detail. So like all the plants that he said we killed, it's like I was able to pull back pictures showing that they were already suffering long years ago. I was able to show the marks in the dining room the day we moved in. And so at the end of the day, it's like they wanted to be petty and charge us for these marks and get the floors replaced in the dining room because thinking we'd pay for it. At the end, they had to pay for it. So it's like they wanted to be petty and they had to pay for it at the end. So that's punishment enough. I'm done. Best of luck to you. You're going in a nursing home soon. And like, sorry you're miserable about it. Oh my God. It's just like, what is your obsession? It's just like, get a job. Get a job and make money in a more ethical way. Anywho. So, oh, okay, back to good stuff. I got some new perfumes in the mail today. First things first, the new Glossiers. And if you guys want to see, I did a first impression. Oh my god, the sun really comes through the back in the late afternoon here. Let me just, that's not helping. Oh boy, okay. Anyway, no, this is terrible, sorry. Okay. I did a first impression on TikTok, but I'll tell you guys about them now. But you know, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that like I've loved Glossier You from the start, from the launch. It's been a signature scent for me. It's one of my favorite smells in the world. Like every time I smell it, I'll never get sick of it. It just, my eyes roll back in my head. It's so good. So I was obviously had really high hopes. I was a little nervous because I'm like, big shoes to fill, you know? But they really do feel like perfect, like branch, like flankers for the Glossier You because they have like commonality. So this is the Rev, which I'm wearing this one today. And this is their, I inhaled it. This is their, oh my god. This is their take on a gourmand. But I would say I was really expecting something super, super sweet. But it's like the Glossier You version of a gourmand. Does that make sense? Like, it's still light and wearable and like office appropriate and like all of that. But it has a little sweetness to it. It has a little tartness. This has like plum and buttercream. And I think like sandalwood and ambroxan, they all have like those similar base notes as the Glossier You. So you can see like how they kind of all branch off from it. But it is so good. So if you're like something a little sweet, but it's not like cloying at all, like this one, it's so nice. And it's drying down really beautifully. This one is like their more woody one, but to me, like this smells most similar to Glossier You to me, but it's more, it's softer, a little bit sweeter, more powdery, and I love a powdery scent. So I'm gonna spray this. When I first smelled it, I did like it, but I didn't like it as much as the Rev. But once it dries down, like, I don't know, this one is sitting with me in a way that was unexpected. Like, I can't put my finger on what it reminds me of, but it's so good. It's like, it's another skin scent. It's a, and I wouldn't even say it's like woodier. I wouldn't even say it's like the woody version of Glossier You. Like, I need to get you to like figure out what is the difference here. Okay, so You has like, when I smell You, it's like stronger, and I smell like the iris a lot, like, and to me it smells like leathery. Like, I know a lot of people say like pencil shavings, like it has like that kind of woody note to me, but this is like, I wouldn't even say like this is the woody version. This is like a cleaner, softer, more powdery version, and it's just like, it's speaking to me. And so I'm loving, I think they did a really good job. They're a lot more soft and subtle. And then I've got two others that, you know what, I'm just gonna show you. I got two others that came in the mail, and then I have two that I bought, which I'll show you. I don't know if I've showed you yet. I did show on TikTok, but Aesop, I didn't even know I was on their freaking PR list, but this just showed up today. It's called Virere, V-I-R-E-R-E. I made Ted spray this on today because all like Aesop, they're unisex, but a lot of them lean kind of masculine, which I really like in them. You know, I've been wearing Marrakesh Intense for years. That's one of my favorites. This is really good. This is like, where's my phone? Because I want to pull up the notes. Okay, it's bright citrus, peppery green spice, herbaceous heart, and warm woods, evoking sunny afternoons sipping tea beneath an arbor of fig trees. So yeah, there's something like kind of sweet but masculine. Like, it's not that, like, you know, a lot of like masculine fragrances are like sharp. It's not sharp, and I wouldn't even say it's like a citrus. Like there is some citrus in there, but I mostly smell like kind of like a warm fig. It is really good. Then this one came, this is Perfect Marc Jacobs Elixir. And this one said that it was like an homage to the original Marc Jacobs fragrance. If you guys are like my age or maybe a little bit older, you remember it. It like took the world by storm. It was one of my signature scents. It was like a really good gardenia scent, and it was like my signature scent for years, and I loved it. So when I heard about this, I was so excited because that original one has been long discontinued, and I have like hunted it on eBay. It exists, I can buy it, but for a lot of money. So it's not in my vintage collection yet, which I hope it to be one day, because I loved that smell, even though it's not really my style anymore. Anyway, so this doesn't remind me of it. I hate to say, I don't know what kind of homage this is. However, I'll tell you what I do like, and that's the freaking cap. Look at this. How cute. There's like a banana, a star, there's like little charms on it. It's so cute. So here's the deal. I don't dislike this. Let me pull up the notes. It just doesn't feel reminiscent. It's purple rhubarb, golden amber, vanilla bean. So it's like sweet, but like a little bit fruity. Let me spray it like on my hand or something. I haven't actually tried it on. Yeah, it's just like a little bit more sweet. It doesn't smell like rhubarb to me. Rhubarb to me has like more of like a sharp, citrusy kind of note. This is more like ambery, vanilla, but a little bit fruity. But yeah, let me look at, because I just don't understand how this is like an homage. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Oh, I am misunderstanding. Apparently this is a flanker of another perfume called Perfect by Marc Jacobs, and this is the Perfect Elixir, and it says it's a reimagination of the original Perfect fragrance, which I don't know what that smells like. So I apologize, Marc Jacobs, but can you bring back the OG? Because I can't be the only one, okay? Anyway, let's move on to the ones I bought. So, do you guys remember when I had my yard sale a month or two ago? I was trying to do some fragrance trades because, you know, I really wanted to buy some new perfume, but I don't really have any perfume money right now, you know what I mean? I was like moving, it was a whole thing. So I was like, well, maybe I'll trade some of my perfumes that I love but don't really reach for, and that way I can just make some room for, like, you know, some things I do want to wear. Anyway, I couldn't really find any like trades or anything that I wanted, so I decided to like set up a little stand at the yard sale, and anything that I sold kind of went into like a separate like perfume pot where I get to like play with and buy some new. So I ended up selling a lot, so I had some little perfume money to play with, and I bought these two fragrances. This one is Taipei by One Day. I've been wearing both of these daily. This I smelled when Haley and I went to Scent Bar when she was in town, and we both fell in love with this and got like a little sample, and I just hadn't stopped thinking about it. This is like a beautiful photorealistic white rice. It's like white rice steeped in almond milk. It's so sweet and like rice. I don't know how to explain it, but like it is so good. It's so sweet, and it literally smells like if you stuck your nose into a cooked pot of white rice. It is so beautiful. I've not smelled anything like it. And then this one is by Universal Flowering, and this is Saffron Flower, and it's like, it has like a horchata note. There's a little bit of like something like leathery in there, which probably is the saffron. It's super sweet but not cloying. Well, I guess it could be a little bit cloying. It's powdery, but just like, yeah, that like sweet cinnamon milk with saffron. It is so good, and you know I love me some universal flowering. So that's kind of what I've got going on here. Wait, there's something else. Oh, there's two other things I brought. I don't think I've talked about these online yet because they're not really my thing, but maybe they're your thing, so I'm going to show them. Ellis Brooklyn Dear Sky. This one, beautiful bottle. It's like really opulescent. This is like a clean, fruity, it smells, honestly, I wore it to bed one night and I did enjoy it. It's not something I would like kind of reach for all the time just because it's not really my taste. It's more, maybe it's not fruity. No, it is. Okay, it's honeydew, rhubarb, bergamot, but then it's got like a peony, oh, and tuberose. Like it's just a little, it smells like shampoo, you know, like a drugstore shampoo, which smells like very clean, kind of floral, kind of fruity. It's very pleasant, but it's just not something I like reach for. But Dedcool came out with one called Aura, which is like a pear fragrance. I know pear is kind of having its moment right now. I'll be honest, I don't care for pear. Ew, I just like spit all over the place. I don't care for pear. I'm trying to find it, the notes. Here we go. Yeah, pear, marine notes, lotus musk. This is the same kind of vibe to me. It's like very clean pear, kind of shampoo-y. You know, I love Dedcool, but I just think these just aren't my taste, but they're beautiful. So anyway, had to show you those. Okay, so I want to hang up this shade because we are having a few friends over tonight. It's just like a little casual hang. Oh my god, sorry, I'm so backlit. It's just like a little casual hang to come see the house. We haven't had really anybody over. We've had like a couple friends here and there, but we haven't like hosted people to hang out. So we want people to come over, see the place. So I need to hang these shades because I need it to be perfect. And it looks honestly like really simple. Like the shade's already put together. I just essentially have to attach these brackets to the window and then pop the shade on. So it already came with the hardware. So let's just do that together. Oh my god, you guys, who was the person who told us? Remember I was complaining about the overhead light temperature and how it was so cold and felt like a hospital? And then someone commented and told me that most recessed lights have switches on them. They do. And we switched them all to warm. And it took a long time, but it is literally, it's changed everything. It's so homey now. Thank you. Whoever did that, told me about that. Life-changing. Okay, I don't like when they don't tell you what size drill bit for the goddamn anchors. Don't make me guess. Oh, got one. Okay, so it's up, and then now I'm sweating because I just aggressively vacuumed and wiped down the counters and surfaces because I'm just, you know, when someone's coming over, especially for the first time, it's got to be perf. But we're looking good. Look at those vacuum marks in the rug. By the way, when I was hanging this, I did find a cobweb in that corner, so someone alert the press. I'm so sorry. I guess we are slobs. Anyway, it's looking good. So this is like, I'm trying to get the light to settle, but it's so backlit. Probably be better to show at night, but we've got the curtains, we've got that pull shade, curtains, pull shade. Perfect. Now we can shut ourselves in. It is like, we're kind of like in a fishbowl, but our neighbor right here, they're very nice people, so I don't feel like weirded out if they were to like see us. I don't think they'd be like watching us. But that's the back of their house, and they keep their shades drawn, so I never really see them anyway in their house. But you know, sometimes you just want to feel cozy and shut in, so we have that option now. You know, the other day I was doing a pedicure and that was like the first time where I was like, I would love to close the curtains. I'm feeling a little exposed, hunched over my toes. But yeah, it looks good. And I feel home now. And that's like so important. Like I feel like even though we were really reluctant about this move and it was really hard, we feel like we really got an upgrade here. It feels like home, it feels really cozy, and we're just saving so much money, and that just like feels really good. Feels the best. So yeah, but I'm gonna go now because I gotta get ready for my friends to come over, and I'll see you in my next video.